What's up, YouTubers? This is BlackBoss91 coming to you with another Bleach chapter commentary, chapter 562. And the title of this chapter is called The Villain 2. Now, there's a lot of good things I liked about this chapter, a lot of things I didn't like. Well, more so some things I found annoying. I liked Renji being there fighting, finally. Rukia, seeing her a little bit, that was nice. Little James, I thought his little part was funny and stupid at the same time. And Max Demasculate getting somewhat defeated. Now, last week I said that James possibly might be dead, might not be dead, because we didn't really know what James can do. All we knew that James could do was that he would cheer on Mass Demasculine, and Mass would get healed, or he would recuperate. And we see in this chapter that even though James was sliced in half, he chants out to what you call it, to Mask, and he says, superstar, and he regained his eardrums. Now, how he regained his eardrums, because Renji had said something very profound, and Mask didn't hear it, and he wanted to hear it, so he had the little guy recuperate his body, and bam, he got his eardrums back. Now, I just thought that was like, wait, really? Like, even Renji was like surprised, like, wait, you're still alive? I'm like, he has half a body. He's like, Mister. I'm like, wow. Like I said, I like Master because of James. James actually made him a little bit more funny, as far as like this little guy, this little character. He's a little chubby, fat little kid that's like with Mass, this imbecile brute that just. In this chapter, it really made Mass look like an idiot. He looks like a giant brute with no brains. And that's what I said. He's one of those carbon copy characters that are giant, big, brute for no reason. That's why I didn't like Gammy. Like one of the espadas, like the I think Gammy was a number 0. He was above Ukiyoda. I'm like, wait, what? Big brute characters that are just stupid. Like they're like, when you see a character that's full of muscles and they just look imbecile-ish, like, you just tell they're just dumb. They're just there to be power and brute force, and they're there to be a punching bag. That's really what they are, a punching bag. And I like how Kubo portrayed Renji in this chapter, because this chapter was all about a villain, being a villain. Now, we get the perspectives on the flip side of these two characters, where on both sides of the war, or on the fence, pretty much the Quincy versus the Shinigami, they both see each other as enemies, but none of them see themselves as the bad guy or the enemy. So to the Quincy's, the Shinigami are the villains. And to the Shinigamis, the Quincy are the villain, because they're coming there destroying Soul Society and killing people and basically changing everything. While to the Quincy's, they're the ones that are annihilating their race, and they need to be dealt with. Now, Renji, from what I've noticed from Renji from the past up until now, Renji is that character that he's like an underdog, but he's an underdog to the higher-ups, but when he comes to someone that's like weaker than him, he looks amazing, because, of course, you see anyone that's powerful than another, you're going to think they're cool. But compare them to someone stronger than them, they look like a scrub. Like, that's just how it is. That's how it's perceived. And Renji, from a lot of times, he, his Byakuya, his captain, fighting him, getting defeated, fighting Ichigo, first time, beat him. Well, I think defeated him in a certain way. Then, Ichigo gets the upper hand. Over time, Renji gets beat, comes back, gets beat. I like in the Fullbring arc, when he fought the girl with the dirty boots, he comes back mad tough. I think he did some type of power move, and energy was like going outwards. Like he always does an attack where like there's a crater, and in this chapter, he hits Mask. He actually dodges Mask's attack, and like he like kind of hits him with I think the his elbow, and Mask goes into the ground, and everything around creates like a giant impact. And I'm like, damn, like Renji looks beast. He not only that he looks beast, he just is beast. Like that's just Renji. I mean, there's probably gonna be some more chapters. Maybe Renji he's probably going to maybe get defeated, get his ass whooped, look like a scrub, and all types of crap. But as of right now, he looks like a beast. And I had to go back and read that chapter twice. In the crater where his face, where a Mask's face was in, if you notice, there's like an actual imprint mark of like his nose and his eyes. Like he hit him that hard where he left his face print inside the ground. And I thought that was a little funny, like the little thing that Kubo did within this chapter. I thought that was funny. But Renji's just soaking it all in. He just tells you, at the end of the day, all villains are cowards. And Mask was spewing out this crap from his mouth. I'm the hero. You're the villain. Don't you know villains are always cowardly? And, come over here and take this fist of justice. See my star on my hand. It gets bigger through justice. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up and die. Like, seriously, like, you're looking more like an asshole, looking more like a stupid character. Like, it's, for me, love-hate relationship. I like Mask. I like Mask. Because of that whole James thing and the combinations of what he did. Just him, he's interesting in certain ways because of his power. I think mostly, I think I like James. I like Mask because of James. That's it. Other than that, he's just a dumbass, stupid character. So, he does some other attack where he does like Superstar Rocket, and he goes and he goes through this assembly of buildings and all these type of craziness, but like Renji doesn't get catch with that, and it doesn't affect him. And then he does the fists where the star gets bigger and the eyes, his eyes got really like lighted up. He starts doing like the star like super fist, killer fist. He starts like murder. He just started doing like mad fist. The first hit he did, I believe, Renji caught it, and that was beast. Like he caught that through the smoke. And then after that, he does some more hits, murder. While he was so distracted on beating Renji, all these guys, I don't know why you don't feel why didn't the Mask sense that Renji wasn't there? I don't know. But he doesn't sense him. Excuse me, that was the craziest sneeze. He doesn't sense it. What was that? Sorry for the horn. I don't know what's going on outside. But he attacks, and while he's distracted, freaking Renji, he just murders James, the last bits of him. And freaking Mask is wondering, where'd you get all those moves? He's like, I just took care of him first. And while he was just so distracted, boom, dead. Now, like I'll say this again, like I said last week. I want to see. If he still is alive in pieces, like Master, like that's something else. So my thing with James, I'll point this out. Maybe his ability is the fact that he can't really die. Like you have to fully destroy his entire body, obliterate it, like how Yuha Bak obliterate Old Man Yama. But he ends up taking out Mister, and then he ends up the final panel of Renji and Mask. He ends up slashing him like this full on attack, and like you see like Mask's eyes are white. You don't see anything, and that's like pretty much the end of the chapter. But what I wanted to touch on before that, which I liked in the beginning, is that Renji tells Rukia from the very beginning, in which we already, everyone, I think a lot of people could see this. Everyone saw this with Master. He told her, you know, don't worry, I got this. I can handle him. And Rukia, I think like any other character, she looked at Mask and she saw this stupid docile face, like, "Ee," and she just knew that I could see he's no match. He's no match for you in this current state. Like pretty much, but how strong he's gotten now from the last time he drop kicked him and it was done. From now, from then up until now, Mask is no match for him. I'm still wondering if Mask is going to go into a holy form, whether he can do that by himself or if Yuha Bak has to unlock him. I don't know if Yuha Bak really cares about this subordinate of his, S. If he's really anything to like think about, like maybe because if Yuha Bak is willing to kill off some of his own subordinates, characters of his, well, you know, in the story, then who knows? Maybe he might go holy form, maybe not. I want to see what his holy form would be. But you know, that's my thoughts on this chapter. I thought it was a really good chapter. I like the portrayal of Renji in this chapter. He looked more like a protagonist than an actual. No, he looked more like an antagonist. My bad, than a protagonist. Because he was. It was the whole I could see where Kubo was going. The title of the chapter was the villain, and that was kind of like the role that Renji was playing. And he tells him at the end, you know, all villains are cowards. So we can see why. That's my thoughts on this chapter. Rate this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And this is Black Boss 91 signing out.